Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Mustafa and this is Define 360. So in this video, I am going to be building a mining rig. Now, if you're not familiar with a mining rig is basically a computer that has a lot of graphics card that have a little program that runs and then do this crazy mathematical equations, and then once it solve it, you get a reward, and that reward is the cryptocurrency. Basically a little bit of the cryptocurrency. Now, this has been going on for a very long time. I just got into it probably 3 months ago. So I was mining on one card, and now I decided to step up my game and actually build a rig. Now, when I'm gonna build a rig that include multiple graphics card, but in your case, if you want to just start, go ahead and start with one card. This is how I started, so you get familiar with how the process works, and then once you're familiar with it, go ahead and build yourself a bigger mining rig if you are a believer in the cryptocurrency like I am. So without further ado, let's step into the process of building that. Now, I'm not going to be making this as a very long video. I don't like long videos. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it parts. So the first part, this part, we're gonna talk about the parts, and we're gonna go through like a quick overview, and then we're gonna talk about the assembly, and then we're gonna talk about the setup once everything is completed. I'm gonna try my best to take you step by step throughout the process, because I feel like I gathered enough information over the last few months, and now I can share it with you. So let's get into the parts. Now, the first one is the main board, which is the motherboard. I went with the Gigabyte H110 D3A. Now, this is a very affordable motherboard. A lot of people are going with the Asus Z270 A whatever, but that's like 150 bucks. This is only like 60 bucks when I bought it, so I decided to go with this one. This one offers me 7 PCI Express. That's what you're gonna need to connect the graphics card to the motherboard. So this one offers me 7. I don't think I'm gonna go with 7. I'm gonna go with 5 on this board, and then I'm gonna set it up and try it and see if it's gonna work very well for me. So this is the main board. When we talk about CPU and RAM, you're gonna need those that really have little to no impact on the mining process. That's why I went with the Celeron. This is the 7th generation Kaby Lake, and I went with 4 gigabytes of RAM just because I need RAM. I cannot run that computer without RAM. And then this is a DDR4. Now, this is, like I said, the 7th generation. If you go with the Asus, or you went with like a I think it was 370, then this only support the newest Intel processor, which is the 8th generation Coffee Lake. So just kind of be careful when you bundle those processors with the motherboard. Just make sure they're compatible, because things are moving really fast with Intel. They just keep releasing those new processors, which I will be testing the Coffee Lab, because I really want to see if it's any good. But I'm waiting for their Celeron to come out so I can build my second rig. Now, that's the RAM, that's the CPU. You're gonna need a hard drive. I went with SSD. This is a new one. At least it's a new one for me. I'm not really sure. It's the Silicon Power. It's 60 gigabytes. You don't need much. You just need, if you're running Windows, you're gonna put it on this, and then just have that little file that runs the program. I'm gonna be building one of those builds based on Windows, and then I'm gonna build another one based on Linux. In the Linux world, you don't really need that. You can get away with a regular flash drive, like a 32 gigabyte flash drive, and you can run the whole system off of the USB. Again, I'm gonna build that, and then once I'm in the process of building that other one, then I'll show it to you guys. You also going to need a riser. Now, this is basically when I'm gonna try to connect 5 of those, then I'm not gonna be able to connect them directly on the motherboard. I'm gonna have to build or buy a special mining rig, like the case, and then they gonna be, those graphics card will be hanging, and they will be connecting. I will connect this to the graphic card, and then connect these to the USB, and then that goes into the PCI Express inside the motherboard. Again, I'm going to show you all that. This is just a quick overview of what's going on. When you buy the riser, make sure that it's the 6-pin and it's not the Molex. I'm not sure why they have Molex. I'm guessing it's the old, like some of those graphic cards, they don't require a lot of power. This will take a lot of power. That's why their original power is a 6-pin power. So just make sure to buy the 6-pin rather than buying the Molex, and then you should be fine. There's a whole setup in terms of setting those up, because if you overload them, you're gonna melt them, and then you're gonna risk setting the whole system on fire. This is another safety thing that I'm gonna be going over once I assemble everything. Now we're gonna get to the graphics card. Now the graphics card, this is the Sapphire Nitro Plus, and this is the Power Color Red Devil. They're both running the AMD RX 580. Really, when it comes to the graphics card, is all about price and availability. They're just being snatched off of the market so quickly. So whatever is available, buy it. I have few of those, and have 4 of those. I have 5 of the red Power Color, and I have 4 of the Nitro Plus. I also have 3 the RX 470. This is the one that I started with, and then I just added 2 more. I'm gonna make a separate build, small kind of mini build. But again, it's all about what you can find on the market. Check the prices. I'm gonna leave a link for everything. Now, again, those prices will be very close in the market and everywhere, but those are going to be changing dramatically. So do your research. Check out Amazon, Micro Center, Best Buy, whatever, Newegg, eBay, any place that sells those. Just check the competition and see what's available. I was going between sites in order for me to buy those. So yeah, just find the best price for you, and then buy it. There's one more thing I'm gonna bring in now, is the power supply, and that's I went with the Corsair. Now this is a platinum power supply, so really all of these you can go cheap. I don't recommend to, but you can go with a cheap RAM, you can go with a cheap CPU. But when it comes to building a computer in general, do not go cheap on the power supply for 2 reasons. One is the quality, and then you're not gonna get the wattage out of it if it's not a good quality power supply. And the second thing is how much you're gonna be wasting when it comes to, like, sometimes it will tell you that it has 500, but then if it's not good over the years, it will start dropping, and then also you're not gonna get the full 500. So go with a good quality power supply. I went with the HX 1000i. I actually wanted to try this one. This has the Corsair link, and basically you can connect the computer to the motherboard, and then you can control the power supply. I haven't used this, that's why I just want to try it, so I went with this one. Again, it's the platinum. And then the other thing that you need to make sure when you pick your graphics card, not the graphics card, the power supply, is the rail. So you can have a power supply that it says it's 1000 watt. This is 1000 watt, but there's a railing numbers here. It's like you need the 24. I'll throw a screenshot on the screen that shows you what I'm talking about. So right now I'm looking at the positive 12 volt. This is what you really need, and that's 1000 watt that goes onto that rail. So it's pretty good. Again, sometimes you need to check those rails, because sometimes the 12 volt that you're gonna need to run the system, it does not have 1000. It does not have, it maybe have only 700 or something, because they have different other rails that takes power. So again, just double check that, and then I'll throw a screenshot on this on the screen so you see what I'm talking about. But for now, this was a quick overview of the parts that I picked for my one of my rigs. When I build the second one, I'll make a separate video. I don't think I need to unbox them. They're pretty simple. There's nothing to them. So just stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna be making the video of assembling everything. I'm gonna show you the case and assemble it, the one that I decided to buy, because I don't think I'm gonna be buying those cases anymore. I'll be just building my own case. So stay tuned for that. So all these links will be down in the description. And then I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment, and if you have any question, just make sure to throw it in the comment. Follow me on the social media, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.